That's good. I know my Virgos like it to be nice and straight. Ah, and I have a Virgo ascendant, so I understand that. So this is for my Virgo singles. This death card in reverse. I am happy it's in reverse because that just makes it a little less cumbersome. But I'm looking at this and I'm going, what's the loss? What is going on here? Because I see the relation here with strength happening, and that you're going to, have to muster through it and keep going through even though you have a loss. So since this has to do with relationship, I do feel like you were connecting with someone, you were connecting on a very soul level, and then all of a sudden it just, ties were cut. And, you were willing to work on it. You were willing to work on this relationship. You were willing to see where it goes. And the other person just didn't hang around, With the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like it's like, and this has been for a couple of other signs too, that you just have to keep working at it, You have to keep working at love. In this relationship and it wasn't really a relationship, it was just somebody that you met, that you liked, that you wanted to connect with, and then they were just gone. And so with the Page of Pentacles, I feel like that for most of you, that it's you coming up, all right? So you are the Page of Pentacles. And so you gave this person, the message that you wanted to be with them and you wanted to connect with them and go out on a date with them, and they didn't respond. So it was kind of hurtful because you were ready to work on it and they just weren't in the same place as you were. But for others, the Page of Pentacles is somebody else, and it's a fellow air sign. Fellow earth sign. So Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy, and they are coming in giving you the message to give up. I don't think it's the actual person of your affection. I think it's actually a friend or someone saying they're not interested. Get the message, Virgo. Let them go. And so it's hard to muster up the strength and the confidence to be okay with that. But Virgo, I know you can, and it's actually for the best. I feel like this is a little incomplete, the card, so I'm going to pull 2 more cards for you. Okay. Yes, okay. So this is the reason why that I'm glad that I pulled these, because this will make the month a little bit easier to understand, is that this person that you were interested in was not only interested in you, but had other people who they were looking at, and they just decided to go with the other person, okay? So with the 3 of Cups, too, it wasn't time to celebrate with them. It wasn't time to have union with them. And they were actually not that up and up. They might have even been gossiping about you behind your back. So this is someone that really you didn't want anything to do with. So this is a blessing in disguise, that this person that you were kind of interested in, this person that you thought was pretty cool and you wanted to get to know better, just kind of disappeared in your life. Because now you have space for someone who's awesome to come in. And I don't necessarily see them coming in this month. I think May will probably be a much better month for you. And my guys are saying, yes, it will. May is your month, Virgo. I don't know why, but that's what my guide said, is that, for my single Virgos, you're going to have some love happening in May. So let's see what happens. I'm excited to pull the cards for you. For May, but can't do that. We got to focus on April. So let go of that person. It's hurtful, I know, but they're not good for you at all. All right. And if you are completely single, then I feel like it could be a friend who is kind of doing this too, that you kind of have to cut loose. Okay, birth. All right. Yeah, this is a birth of a new you. Okay, this is a birth of a new person for you, because a lot of times I think my Virgo singles, is that you would hold on to them and, just grin and bear it and hope that they change and hope that the situation changes. And now you're stepping out of that. You're stepping into yourself, and you're stepping into what you deserve and what you believe, and saying, you know what, no, that's not good enough for me. I do like you. I did want to be with you. But now that I see who you are and I see that it's not working out, that's fine. I'm ready to move on. On the flip side, for some of you guys, you do have to be careful. You could get pregnant, and that's going to shift the whole dynamic of course, that's going to shift the whole dynamic of the relationship. Because this person that you're with will still see people on the side, will still do what they do with other people. But now you have a child, and you have a new situation to deal with. So be careful. You're fertile. You or your partner are pretty fertile this month. So be careful with that. Okay? All right. So let's see here. Is there anything I'm missing? Nope. That's about the gist of it. If you would like a personal reading, find me on Facebook, email me, go to my website, and you can find me on Instant Go, and I'm going to be giving some free readings. And Patreon, become a Patreon member so that you can get these readings for just $1 each month. All right, let's move on to the couples. Hello, my Virgo couples. This is Julie with Into Heart Space, and we are looking at the love situation for you for April. So this is for a partner, or for you if you are a Virgo Sun, Rising, Moon, or if you have Virgo, Venus, or Mars. That also applies to you. Okay, so I already put them out and shuffled just to save some time, but I'm going to be picking cards for you, and I'm going to pick whatever amount needs to happen. So it's been shifting through each reading. Some people get 9, some people get 6, some people get 7, but it's so that it's more organic to your personal reading as being a Virgo couple. And so I'm letting my guides kind of talk through this, okay? Okay. So we have the 8 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor, and the King of Cups, High Priestess, 6 of Swords reversed, 2 of Staffs reversed, and then King of Staffs. All right, so we're doing Virgo couple. So we have 2 people showing up. We have a water sign, and then we have a fire sign. So the water signs are Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Fire is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. So I feel like one of them is your partner, and the other one is a family member. All right. We also have the Emperor showing up. So we have a lot of people showing up in your reading for couples. With the Emperor, though, Virgo, I actually feel like that's more you. You are more of the Emperor energy, even though it's an Aries. If it isn't you, then we have this, and Aries is really playing a role in your life right now. So I feel like you guys have in your relationship, there's something that you are disagreeing on, like a move, buying a house, even like a vacation, something that you guys have been discussing for a while, and you want one thing and they want the other. So you've been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, but you haven't moved on. You haven't moved to a decision. And the reason why you haven't moved to a decision is you're both being kind of stubborn about what you want. But it's also because you haven't tapped the truth of the situation. You haven't tapped into it, and you haven't tapped into the truth of yourself in the situation. High Priestess and the Wheel of Fortune. It's like you need to expand your soul. You need to expand your soul level in this relationship, in this regard. Yeah, because with the 8 of Cups, it's like you have all these decisions to make, but you're not making anything. You're not deciding what you want to do. And you need to move on. You need to leave some of these decisions behind you, but you're not. And I do feel, like I said, I feel like some of you guys need to move, and you guys just can't figure out where you need to move, how you need to move. What kind of house you guys want. And so you're just sitting there, waiting, but you're waiting for nothing because you have to make the decision yourself. And this is causing some complex feelings within the relationship. The High Priestess is asking you to see it from their side, see it from their perspective. Virgo, I know you have it totally figured out. You know how it can go down, how it'll be successful for you and your partner. However, flip the script, okay? And get in their shoes and see what they're seeing. Because you're missing a vital part of why they're saying no or yes in the situation. And once you discover that, once you see why they're holding on to their viewpoint so tightly, that's when you're going to be able to kind of maneuver and be a little bit more malleable in the situation so that it can work for both of you. And it's going to work out. Like, I have no doubt about that with the Wheel of Fortune, actually. And it's going to be a great decision. But you have to decide. If you don't decide, then all that's going to happen is you're going to be turning these wheels of nothing. But your partner, and this is not a make or break situation, okay? This is not a make or break, like, oh, if you don't decide, then you guys are going to break up. It's just going to make your life really difficult. You need to decide in April. You need to decide what you're doing. Hopefully, please try to do it if you can, the last part of April instead of the first part. Even the last week would be the best. But you don't want to expand this unknown, because that could lead to, in the future, you guys splitting up if you guys don't solve this. Because the big fear I see here is in the negative. If you don't solve it, you're not going to break up with them. But one of you is going to start getting bitter. You'll getting really bitter and spiteful. And that's going to grow and grow and grow. And then in a year, it's going to come out in a really ugly way. So solve it. You have the tools. You have the way. The only way that you're really going to solve it, Virgo, is by stepping in their shoes and saying, I see what you mean. Okay, I see why this is important. And then adding that aspect into, the solution. Okay, so let's pull a universal love card. And they're saying 2. So the Goddess and Inner Child. Oh, see, this is basically, this is exactly what I was talking about. Seeing it from their side. Like, Virgo, you are the goddess, the god, the goddess, okay? And you have the power and the strength to manifest this situation. And you actually know that you could maneuver it so you could get exactly what you want. But the price would be the happiness and the respect of your partner. So when you're deciding this, even though you're in this space of goddess-esque, like, I know, I get it, I know how to make this right, I feel really confident and loved and beautiful in myself, you have to kind of flip it and say, okay, my partner doesn't feel that. My partner isn't up to snuff with me, and we need to protect their inner child. And protect yours, too. But you have to kind of look at their inner child and say, what's the fear? What do they need? So that you can help supply that and make your relationship stronger and get what you want at the same time. You got to work through some things that happened at the beginning of April. You feel slighted by somebody in the past. Mercury retrograde happened, so somebody probably came back, told you something they did that you didn't know about, and it hurt your feelings. You're like, I can't believe you did that. All that time you stole my teddy bear when I was 7, and I thought that, I lost it, and I cried about it for years. It's one of those types of situations. But they are honest enough to come and tell you what happened, even though they didn't at the time. So admire that, respect that they still got back to you about it, and they wanted you to know, even though it's a little late. And you don't know what to do with this information, actually. You don't know how to process this. You don't know how to make it part of your life now, since you had let it go already. So stay on that path of letting it go. In fact, find the humor in it. And, it was painful in the past, but you both worked through it, and now you're at this new space. So give them some forgiveness and find the humor in it, because a lot of the situations will have that kind of aspect of, I actually did eat your homework thing. Or actually, I was the one who crashed the car kind of situation. You're like, what? And yeah, you can get very angry over it, but also, you're over it. It's done, and what's done is done, and they're telling you now, and that took a lot of courage to even face that, even though it's finished. So acknowledge where you both are now and then move on, because you have this Ace of Wands, Virgo, that's happening. And so this fire, this passion, this creativity that is ramping up probably around the 20th, and like you have to take that energy and move forward with it. There's a new beginning that's happening, and the Nine of Wands is you're the only person standing in your way. You're wondering, do I have the capacity, do I have the endurance to actually go for what I want? Yes, you do. Queen of Pentacles, that is you at the end of the month, sitting pretty, sitting in your energy, sitting in what you have created. Because of the forgiveness, because of moving on, you get this creativity, you get this situation that allows you to rise up in what you want to do. Don't stand in your own way. Nine of Wands, like I said, it's just like you create the boundaries. You're saying, I just don't know if I can do it. Yes, you can. And the Fool card is that. It's the universe supports you. The Fool embarks on the adventure knowing that there will be problems, knowing that there's going to be some cliffs that you might have to jump off of, but has the faith that they will get through it. You need to carry that faith. In April, yes, there's going to be trials. Yes, there's going to be tribulations, but you are going to get through it, and you have the universe to support you. But you have to, in a way, have that naivete to even start, because if you actually knew what was about to come, you might be a little hesitant. Which, Virgo, I know you're planning. You're like, well, this could happen. This could happen. Yeah, they might. But what will happen if you succeed? Not if. When you succeed. Queen of Pentacles, you are sitting there on your throne, in your joy, in everything that you have worked so hard for. The Queen, it doesn't mean everything comes easy to the Queen. It just means that now she has the utilities, she has the wherewithal, she has everything she needs to make the choices that she wants and needs in her life. Some of them are difficult choices. And just like you, some of them are going to be difficult choices. But you have everything you need to make those choices. Okay? So this is a good space for you to be in. This is a really, really good space for you to be in. The Angel card. Archangel Raphael. The healing angel is with you, supporting your healing work. And what was I saying at the beginning of April? Well, we're already on into like at the 10th or the 11th. But heal those wounds that are brought to you. It's almost a gift. Because some of these wounds that come up, that these people are like, hey, I was the one who did that. I'm sorry. Might have been healed, but not completely healed. Almost there. Kind of like, when wounds start to heal and they start to itch. And you just want to itch it, but you can't, because that's like part of the process of letting the wound heal. It's like the skin starts to itch. You might be at that stage with some of them, like, oh, it's so close, but I just want to itch it so bad. And now it's like you're getting the salve from this person to like stop the itching and let it heal. They're like, no, let me give that final piece to you so you can finally go on and not worry about this wound. And carry on to this light and this newness. And it could be a new relationship too. Somebody could be coming in, a fire sign, or have fire kind of energy. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy coming in, saying, hey, look, we could do something together. So heal so you can allow all of this to come in by the end of the month.